I'm Bernhard Mueller-Bessler, founded my own company 1.5 years ago called Promotives. We are mainly dealing with technology which is needed for autonomous valet parking. What is autonomous valet parking? It's pretty easy to explain for the end customer. It's you just park your car in front of the parking garage or the parking area, get off the car, close the door, press the button, and the car is just disappearing and doing the rest. So it's pretty much doing all the stuff on its own, navigating through the parking garage, searching for a parking spot and parking. And if you want to get your car back, just take your whatever device, if it's a smartphone or any other thing, and call your car back. I was dealing a lot of time of my life with those kind of systems, especially autonomous cars, autonomous passenger cars, for about 15 years right now. About 3 years ago, I was at the stage where I built like 2 different autonomous valet parking prototypes on my own, and we figured, yes, the technology is almost ready from an automaker point of view, but there are some other things needed as well. So we have to talk to the infrastructure as well. That's where the City of Things come into the game. When we look into that game, it's pretty much about 6 to 7 pieces which have to come together, and the car is just one of them. If you look from above, of course, you need some autonomous valet parking service system, which is a piece of software makes the car and the user and the parking garage talk to each other. It's pretty much like what you have from the city point of view in a very small location, just around the parking area or parking garage. This cares for tracking the car, for example, calling the car, sending the car into the garage, reparking cars within the garage, charging cars, washing cars. Also the routing, if you have some construction zones inside the garage and all that kind of stuff. So it's pretty much like a small city just in a parking garage. What do you need as well? There's some kind of intelligent parking guidance system. So we have those parking guidance systems today already. They're provided by parking garage providers, but they are not dealing with all of those topics today. But it seems like it's not too complicated to extend them to that intelligent parking guidance systems which you would need. Also, the part of like V2I, like vehicle to infrastructure communication, is not that big of a deal. What is more interesting is also you would need HD maps for autonomous cars on the streets, on highways. Usually, everybody's talking about that today. Here and TomTom and some others are caring for that, trying to develop HD maps and measuring them. For parking garages, nobody's doing that. So there's some piece we as Promotives are doing right now. Then you would need some occupancy prediction, not even detection, because what you want to know is if you park your car in front of the garage, and it doesn't matter if it's manual car or if it's autonomous car, you want to know where's the next free parking spot next to my destination within that parking garage. So I want to know when it's when anything is getting free within the next 2 to 5 minutes, depending on the size of the parking garage. So that's also something some companies are working on, but the parking garage industry doesn't want to pay anything, or at least very less on that part. So we developed something which is like a low-cost solution using existing sensors, not only the sensors within the parking garage, but also sensors within the car, since we are anyways dealing with both industries. Then there's, we heard about that in the beginning of that session, payment, like e-payment, but that's almost, there's some solutions already, which is kind of easy, or if you talk about autonomous cars at that point, you might need infrastructure sensors, just extending the field of view of the car by infrastructure sensors as well. But you would need just a few of those, not for the whole parking garage then. So that was like 7 pieces which have to be provided. I would say 5 of them are very, very essential. What we also do is like we are getting the whole industries together right now, setting up those collaboration projects, which are at the moment highly confidential, because all of those industries want to form their own business cases right now. And they do need some kind of neutral partner who is understanding the whole environment. And we are as Promotives, with the background we have, pretty neutral right now. So we are getting together those different parties in order to figure out the whole system, define those system, get the requirements and specifications together. The question for me is. Or maybe at first it's not that far out as we all think, I guess, at least. I would say we will see or you can probably buy the first of those systems from an automaker within like the next 5 years, I would say. And we will of course have a roadmap for getting to that point kind of slowly within the next 5 years then as well. What is interesting for me is then the question, is that maybe an interesting test bed or test environment for, or to adapt that to the whole cities in the end, because that's just a small thing we need. It's just a thing we see. It's kind of a small location for the Internet of Things. It's kind of a silo, unfortunately, at least right now. But it doesn't have to be, because all of those partners are anyways agree they have to do something which has to open up at some point, because not everybody wants to have their own kind of standards at least, and define their kind of standards. But everybody wants to be the first who are offering that. So right now it's a race behind the scenes, but it will open up pretty soon, I guess. So and then the question is like, can we expand that or learn something from that in terms of like how to build smart cities in the end. I was speeding up because I guess you want to have the coffee break at 5 minutes ago already. So thank you, and I'm open for questions.